Hello, students. All right, you are welcome to class today. And last week we took time to talk about the features of a historical and mysterious writing, and we talked about what it is and what some of the features are. Well, if you recall, we talked about it that it's a kind of story that involves a twist, a suspense. It involves something missing sometimes. The setting does not necessarily have to be a mysterious setting, it can just be a normal setting, but then there has to be something that is missing, something that involves a lot of suspense, something to be discovered. Are you with me now? So, and now, today, this morning, I brought a copy of a mysterious writing for you. You will study it in about 5 minutes and you will identify some of so when I ask you, you will bring out some of the features that you have learnt before about a mysterious writing. Okay, the history part is just about the fact that it is not in the modern setting. So there are things like because it is historical. If you set it in a Roman, in a let's say Renaissance period or whatever, or Victorian era, you will discover that all the items in that story will align with the things that are found during that period. That is why the history part is involved. You understand? So you won't find the modern technology inside it. Now, you have a copy of the mysterious writing, and right now I already told you that you have 5 minutes to go through it. After that, when you're gone, you can start. When you're done, I will ask you some of the story elements, so pay attention. Some of the story elements or language devices that are being used by the writer. So we'll identify them together and you will be able to identify them together, and you will tell me some of the ones that you are able to find in the story. So while you are doing that, I will put on the board your learning objectives. I'll put the learning objectives on the board so that as soon as you are done, you will write down the learning objectives for today. Are you done going through the story? Is anyone still checking it? Okay, let's talk about some of the story elements and language devices that we can find that the writer actually used. Okay, have you seen any? Yeah, which one?
Sense of touch.
Sense of touch. Please take note of that. Are you with me now? In a story, normally you will have words that provoke sense of touch, sense of sight, sense of sound, sense of hearing, sense of feeling, and so on. Are you with me now? So what other language or literary device did you find there? What do you say? Clue, yes, thank you very much. The writer is giving you clues to what is about to happen. Are you with me now? Okay, what other one?
Seeking for your need. Your need. Think for your need.
Think for your need. Thank you. Think for your need. What other one like do you see there?
Action of people.
Action of people. We could see the actions that the people in the story are actually having. Okay.
Personification.
Personification. Personification has been used by the writer. Okay. Detective. We can see the writer acting as a detective. Do we have any other ones there? Yes.
Adding suspense.
Adding suspense. Remember I told you that a mysterious writing always has suspense. Are you with me now?
Yes, sir.
As the story goes on, we keep expecting. When is this person going to catch the person? When is he going to get the person he's looking for? Are you with me now? So that is the mystery in it, and that actually creates a lot of suspense. Do you get it now? So that suspense is there. Okay. Yes. What other thing?
Describe the character.
The writer took time to describe his what? Character. Are you with me now? So when you're writing, at some point you take time to talk about the person. Exactly. At some time you take time to talk about the background, what is happening in that environment. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is some of the things that happen in stories, and you can see them as the writer used them because we talked about them before. Okay, is that all? Okay, let me take two more.
Telling the reader what is happening.
The writer tells the reader what's actually happening. Yes, last one, please.
Think about your need.
Thinking about your ending. The writer or the story actually has an ending. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It has an ending. So I wanted you to see this story yourself and be able to bring out the features that we talked about earlier on. So now we have other things to do, but first I will give you a paper where you are going to work on. You can put down your learning objective here. The learning objectives are on the board. You can put them down. The learning objectives are on the board. You can write. I'm going to withdraw that story. Okay? Because you're actually writing your own. So be fast. We need enough time to do our own story. So I'm withdrawing this quickly. Don't fold that yet. Just write your, okay. You know what? Fold it into halves. Fold it into halves. On one side, you will be doing whatever you have to do. On the other side, I will tell you what to do later. Okay? On the other side, I will tell you what to do later. So, on one side, use one side as your workspace. Write your learning objective now. Write your learning objective quickly. Write your learning objective quickly. There are three things in our learning objective. We are learning to identify features of a mysterious writing. We are learning to generate word banks and structure for our writing. And we are learning to write a complete story with literary elements and language devices. So when you put down your learning objective, there are 3 points in our learning objectives, and they are on the board already. So quickly put them down before we continue. Remember, we are trying to manage time as well. Are you done? So if you are done with your work, the second thing I want you to do is to go to the second part of the fold. I want you to The second side of your fold, because I told you you are going to write a story. Are you with me now? I will give you a hint. This time we're writing a mysterious story about a missing diamond watch. A missing diamond what? Watch. That I'm just giving you the idea. So keep writing all the verbs that you think you can ever need. Start writing them now. About a missing diamond. All the words you can write, you have 2 minutes to do that. Think of verbs that you will ever need. Think of verbs that you will ever need. If there is no specific number that you have to do. It's just as many as you can write. Think of verbs. You already have an idea of the story that we want to do, that we want to write this morning. So generate as many words, as many vocabulary that you think you might need. Okay. You have 30 seconds left for that. You have 30 seconds left for that. Okay, time is up on that activity. Time is up on that activity. Time is up. Let me see what you have written. Okay, that's fine. Remember that there is no specific number. It's all about getting any vocabulary, as many as possible that you think you might need, right? So, because when you are writing, that's part of the planning. You create a word bank. You create a what? A word bank. So now, we move on to you have created your word list, right? Okay, let me hear from you. How many words were you able to create? 16 different words. You have a long vocabulary list. 12 words. 7. 5. Well, when you are writing, the other ones will come naturally. Okay, the other ones will just come naturally. So we keep that paper. You will need it. You will need it. You will need it. Now, on this paper I'm about to give you, this is a different one. See, look at the board. There are 5 sections of the story. Remember what the story we are writing is about, right? So we have introduction, we have conflict, we have climax. You know what all of these are all about. We have anticlimax, otherwise known as falling action. Otherwise known as falling action. And we have resolution. How many parts does a normal story have? How many? It has number 5. You all know that. So there are 5 parts you're going to share. Divide your paper. You are not folding. You just, so this time you are making a sketch. We already said that it's going to be about a missing diamond wristwatch. Do you get it? This time you're going to work together as a team. So you are in the same, you are team members. You can keep this aside. You can come close. Think of what might be, what you might put at the introduction. So you write the introduction. You can take your own. Both of you are a team that way. You think of ideas for your introduction. How do you want to start your story? So when you write introduction, discuss. Do you get it? How should we start our story? Anything you agree on, do you think will make a lot of sense? You put it under your introduction. Do you get it? The same thing for every other part. So you think, you discuss it, and you put it down. Do you get it? I will ask you about it when you are done. All right. So start the 5 sections of the story. Start. You have uh, you have 5 minutes for this task. The 5 sections of the story. Introduction. Think of an idea. Just write it. Once you get the idea, think of what will be your introduction. Don't waste time on that. I need you to be fast on that. Right? You are not writing the full story yet. You just want to put down an idea of what we put in your introduction. Is that clear? When you do introduction, remember introduction is all about introducing your character and the setting. Do you get it? So now you go to conflict. Conflict is about the main problem. It's about the what? Main problem. You go on to your climax. You go on to the anti-climax of falling action, and then to resolution. So quick plan. Just sketch the things the things you think you can put together in all of those parts. In all of those parts, you have spent 1 minute out of your 5 minutes. You have spent 1 minute out of your 5 minutes. By now, you should be on climax. Introduction, conflict, discuss what you think you can put there. Discuss what you think you can put there together. Once you agree, you put it there. Conflict. Okay, your team, you are on conflict already. Anything you want to put as a conflict, put it there. But okay, you can move to, have you written the idea for conflict? You are generating idea for sections of the story. So keep writing whatever you discuss. I can say that this team, they are discussing more. Your team, I don't know whether you are communicating in silence. Conflict, just write whatever you have agreed on to be the conflict. What will be the conflict? You should be rounding up by now. Okay. Have you got to your resolution, which is the ending of the story? So, and then you are going to share your ending of the story. That's just the part because of my time. You will share how your story ends. So yes, you're supposed to share everything, but I'm trying to manage time. I don't want the other team to know about all your story. Okay? So just tell me how your story ends. You already have an idea of the story, right? Yeah. Tell me how your story ends. When I say you should share. Okay? Time to share. Let me even ask for your name. For the name of your team. What name would you like to give to your team? Maybe the name of a football club or anything, or any positive name. Antioch. Okay. What's the name of your team?
Future leader.
Future leaders. Oh, interesting. So I'll start from the future leaders. What will be the ending of your story? Okay, let's start because we want to. Yes, future leaders. How does your story end? You already know what the story is all about. You planned everything. Just want to hear how does the story end. Stand up. Who is speaking for the group? It's part of teamwork. You decide who does whatever. Okay.
The story ends like how how everything was interesting and amazing that we have so much fun where we went to.
You had so much fun where you went to. Okay. How did your story end? Or the story you're about to write? What is the ending?
The ending was that he found what he was looking for and didn't bother looking for it.
He found what he was looking for. Remember, what is that thing? If I can ask you, diamond wrist watch. Thank you very much. Now, since you have the structure of the story, what you just did is the planning of the story. Is what? Planning of the story. Anytime people want to write, if they have a plan, it goes faster. It goes what? Faster. Now take. You are writing down your full story in about 8 minutes. Yes, write your full story now. Remember that you put some words here to help you write, so you can make use of your vocabulary lists. Okay. Where is your own? Yeah. So it's time to write. It's time to write. You have 8 minutes to write your story. Write it in full from beginning to end. You already have the structure, so just keep writing. As you write, there are things I would like you to take note of. I'm putting it on the board again. I'm putting them on the board again. Just keep writing. It's just a reminder. It is possible that, of course, remember to create a suspense very well. Remember to create a suspense Remember that your setting must be well described. Remember to properly describe your character or characters, as the case may be. Character or characters, as the case may be. Remember that you can create a twist. You know what that means. Just keep writing. I'm just reminding you of what you already know about. The last thing I would like to remind you is to appeal to the five senses with catchy verbs, with verbs that can actually, five senses. Use words to appeal to the five senses, words that describe sound, that give out sound, words that make us picture what we are writing, what we are talking about, which is sense of sight or imagery. Words that can describe sound, they are part of the five senses: hearing, seeing, touching, perceiving. So when they say in your story, create words, appeal to the five senses. Think of what do people hear as they read your story, what do people smell, and you can get this by describing the setting very well to make people be sure of what do people see as they read your story, what do people feel, what do people taste. Somebody might be describing a meal, and then you will already can imagine exactly how the taste feels like because of carefully selected words. Describe your characters, make sure there is a suspense, take time to describe your setting, appeal to the five senses, and all of that. And then, of course, I would like to also remind you that language devices, we saw all of that in the story I gave you first. Make use of your personification, your simile, your metaphor, and the rest of them, intentionally to beautify what you are writing. Okay, you have 1 minute left. Those of you that are done, you can let me know. I just want you to start thinking of the caption. In case you want to publish this story, start thinking of the kind of drawing, illustration that can go with the story. You are done. So you can think of your story, of illustration that goes with your story. If you are done, you can give me and start creating an illustration for your story. Okay. Pictures they have their own use in a story. They have their own use in a story. Okay. If you are done, okay, 3 of you are done, just start drawing. It's an illustration, something that goes with, you are done as well, something that you think might go with your story that you have written. Thank you. You can start drawing. imagine you have written the story. Now create a picture that goes in that line. Okay, and what we are going to do to close the what we are going to going to do to end the class is for you to share your learning. What how did it feel writing a story within a 30 minutes? Okay, you can stop. How do you feel? I just want two people to tell me. Did you imagine that you could write a story just within this time? Tell me. But you saw that it is possible, right? As we did it. I will tell you how that is possible. Could you imagine that you could write a story within a very short time like this? You know you would always write it like that, right? Okay, that's interesting. And then you were able to write it. All right. So this is where, thank you very much. This is where we are going to stop our lesson. Okay. So I think if you have not done drawing your illustration, I can give you a chance to do that at home and submit it to me later. Okay.